Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the I.S.U.P.K like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the I.S.U.P.K. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
They killed. Give me Isaiah 14.
for these years, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. Put my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah. I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets but the truth made me a man. She don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I need to tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Don't have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Soda's only 99 cents.
Yo. There's pressure that comes with the block. You could end up inside of a box when you get your knob buzzed by a op after getting set up by a thought. Opportunity, it doesn't knock. No, that sound right there be the cops. Yep. And all of that stress that we talking still beats punching the clock. You think I want to sweep your floor from 8 to 4? Fuck, I want to take your orders for when your favorite star got an Audemars that's worth more than mama's car. Type of shit make you want to say fuck the law. When your rent's due and your piss poor, nigga, we don't even own our own corner store. So quarter waters cost a quarter more, huh? Wanna be an entrepreneur? We want sign checks. We want work for ourselves. We want on the nets. You're too much of a threat when you're on your own assets. So the only thing they show us is how to be an outlet. So we won't connect. They say hi like hola. Listen to Hova. Whip up a Rover. Been watching Power. Tommy and Ghost Bruh. So I need some powder. Fish scale and soda for 99 cents.
It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Yeah. You see, the money is a motive. Repeat my history, crack cocaine is like the motif. It's plain and simple, way back then my mother hustled. It's in my blood, so I feel like it's time to grind, just like the times when niggas lied. Hold up, back then was the bad days, motherfuckers push mad weight. I was a crack baby, tell me nothing about my mother and the struggle. See, I love you, then this fucking trying to spark what she hustle. Selling everything in the house, goddamn. She ain't give a damn about the spouse, goddamn. So my oldest brother had to man up, had to take care of us in the piece with 4 kids. The one on the way with no clip, no food in the fridge, on some post shit. Got food stamps from the neighbors. Ty worked, he ain't ask no favors. Late night, he was shot bodegas. Over bread and some meat, some mayo. Kool-Aid had about 4 flavors. And when Ty went to cash out, Aki lashed out. Told him he'd take food stamps. $15 for that kid, fuck all that shit. Then the young nigga noticed that it could be the coldest. Take back what they owed us. Whole world on the shoulders. No food in the kitchen but the stove work. $10 in the sack and he points to the back, say, let me get that soda. 99 cents. It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. It's hard to repent when you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, oh, make it make sense. Yeah.
So let me get this shit straight. So I gotta go take out loans to go to school, to get a job, just to pay for the loans I took out in the first place. I'm looking at this arm and hammer like I should have a hammer in my arm right goddamn now. Shit ain't make no sense. Lord, make it make sense. God damn.
Baking soda's only 99 cents. Hey, it's hard to repent. Then you gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense. Oh, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Only 99. Gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense. Oh, make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99.
You boy, you know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my niggas, yeah. I'm in yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown on many streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a West nigga till he put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta got to say. I'm a one West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga, training and go through the baddest conditions. I'm up with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous submissive, she glad to be with me. And that thing Putin like that, man, niggas, she know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get some rank, I told. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some rank. I would never take off as a face. When the law with your ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, YAHANNA, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Rap in it, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't need it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the Glock with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet about me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got 9s, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, YAHANNA, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Yeah. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's with the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a roller. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cult leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch.
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. I'm Officer 500, Baraki Allah, coming out of I.S.U.P.K, Atlanta. We started off at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969. Well, we come here today, and what we organized for is to bring the truth of the Bible, with the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans, or the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of, makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. Tonight is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. Tonight is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. You know, it's nothing more that you could do for your brother and do nothing more you could do for your brother and do for your sister and sisterhood is to tell them the truth. Right. The one thing your enemy won't do is tell you the truth, man. Right. They want to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind. They want to keep you in a non-sober state of mind. Right. They want to keep you at a low state, a low level, a low life state. Since I'm your brother, since it's a brotherhood class, we're gonna tell you the truth today. Right. You know what I mean? The name of this class is called "The Most High Then Sent His Judgment Will All Be Following Degenerates." I should have worded it as we all will be following a bunch of degenerates. That's the name of the class. Now, the word degenerate, starting off, you know, man, it's a very foul word, but you know, let's get the meaning of the word. And before I get to that, what I say as far as following, I mean your leaders, I mean your influencers. You know what I mean? We got we got YouTube, we got social media these days, the people making it even bigger than some of the rappers and actors these days. The influencers, they use that word for a reason, because these people are really influencing our people. Right. In the house of Israel, we got to talk to them. We got to lay it down flat to them. That's what we set up to do. Okay. So let me start this off. Do anybody know what the word degenerate means? Yeah. That's okay. If you don't know what the word degenerate means, I'm going to read it out to you, and then we're going to go into the scriptures. Degenerate meaning, being called a degenerate implies a person's behavior or character has fallen below a moral standard, a social standard. It suggests a decline in quality, often used to describe someone deemed as morally corrupt. Right. Don't let that go over your head now, because you know, I mean, that's a heavy meaning. They're morally corrupt, depraved, or engaged in unacceptable actions. The term often carries a negative connotation and can be used to condemn or label someone whose behavior is considered shocking or immoral. So that's what the word degenerate means. That's why I labeled it as that. I know we sometimes I don't really hear that word as much, used as much. So I definitely wanted to break that down. We got the troop on the line today. Trooper I. You got your any one of you all on the line, on the live via
Slug, he
Zoom?
got to turn his mic on again.
It can come off mute. Yeah, but y'all see the title, y'all see the name of the class.
Sir, can you hear me now?
All right, I hear you now. You too wild now. Most High Christ. You got your sword with you?
Come, sir. I gotta leave and come back.
Okay, right now.
Come.
Okay, just let us know. No problem. No sweat.
Come.
All right, now for you all that didn't see the video or the promotion for the class, it had a picture of TD Jakes and Diddy embracing on there. And of course, our title is "The Most High Then Send His Judgment." We'll be following a bunch of degenerates. Now, TD Jakes and Puff Daddy, those are two leaders in the entertainment business and also in the religious world. Men that have our people in the chokehold, that have the influence on our people. You know, I wanted to show, how different a year makes. Just last year, 1 year ago, 365 days ago, Puff Daddy, with so-called P. Diddy, he was on top. You know what I mean? He was considered the example for black excellence. TD Jakes, the influence he's had, he's the pastor of all pastors. You know what I mean? He's if you ever seen a mega church, we right here in Atlanta, Georgia, I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta. Now we got a lot of mega churches here. I can, you know what? When it comes to those leaders and to the influences, I can put up TD Jakes, I can put up Creflo Dollar, I can pull up Jamal Bryant, I can pull up all those guys just right here in Atlanta. But we already know out of all those guys, TD Jakes is at the top of that list. And and a year ago, he was doing his thing. He still his ministry was growing, and they falsehood and Puff had his P. Diddy, what they call him now, had his influence on the game, on our people, entertainment, on our ears, and everything. Now, 1 year later, it's things are going a little different. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna break it down for you now. I'm gonna break it down because if y'all notice, if y'all seen that the reason why I put those two up there, because everybody know the Diddy trial going on right now. Okay. A whole bunch of crazy stuff we ain't never even heard before. We never even heard nobody getting. You know what I mean? The stuff that I don't even know. They got some kind of sex magic going on. What I don't know. I like really like. How you even got? I don't even know. We don't got a new name for Diddy. Chestnut Diddy and goddamn TD Snakes. I had to post them boys up there, man. For real, we gonna call it. Ain't nobody came with that chestnuts roast. Come on, man. What that boy got going on, man? We know that boy was weird. We know what I'm saying? We know that boy was a weirdo. That's why I should have do it. Instead of follow a bunch of degenerates, you follow a bunch of weirdos. You know what I mean? And that's why the I.S.U.P.K. was set up on the streets, all across the nation, all across the world. Right. Let me tell you something. In every major black city in the hills of North America, we got a camp set up. Right. And we doing what the Most High say. We got a building here. We right here teaching in the building right now. Right. Monday through Friday, you'll get a teaching. But what we do is we go outside. We be outside. You hear me? I.S.U.P.K. be outside. Right. And the Lord, but that's coming from the Lord now. The Lord commanded us to go outside. And teach to our people. We're not gonna be cooped up in just a building, and whoever got that ain't hear us wanna come through and hear it, and we just have our own community. No, we giving it to all our people, whether they understand it, like it, accept it or not. Right. You know what I'm saying? They can't say they never heard it. That's what the Lord. Y'all don't see what the Lord doing? And we turned, like, for real, everybody got everything upside down, twisted turn. What they calling good evil and evil good. You know what I mean? Everything that's supposed to be abnormal, they call it a normal. Right. We come back with the I.S.U.P.K. the prophets. Well, the Lord has been set up to to lay the law down flat, to establish the law. That's what we come to do, to show y'all from Genesis to Revelation that nothing has been done away with the law. You know what I mean? And that you're supposed to love your brother. You're not an individual like. You know what I mean? No matter how much money you have, you only gonna be here for so much time. You here on this earth for a reason. So-called black man, Hispanic, Native American man, we here for a reason. You ain't here to be dolo and do your thing and stun on your brother and throw your Negro pennies in his face and act like you doing something. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But who we get that from? We get that from the leaders. And the leaders coming from a whole bunch of levels. The leaders are coming from the Christianity. The leaders coming from religious unions. And we know doggone well they're definitely coming from entertainment. So definitely we gotta mark those people, man. You know what I mean? Right. Trooper, you got your sword ready?
Kind of what kind, sir?
All right, turn to me to 2 Peter 2 and 6. 2 Peter 2 and 6. Because we gotta mark those, because apparently the whole world is just everybody just in the matrix or whatever they want to call it. Everybody in la la land. Everybody thinking what is crooked is actually is not straight. You know what I mean? And that's why that's go ahead.
Khan.
Mute your phone on your mic.
Khan.
Oh, the what? Yeah, 2 Peter 6 and 10. You got it how you call? All right, the water. Yeah, we gotta lay the law down flat, man. And we only got say what? No, 2 Peter 2 and 6 started verse 6. Yeah, we gotta lay the law down flat because our people don't know. We already know. All of us here in most of us here in the, we born in the hills of North America, in the Caribbean islands. We're on this hemisphere, whatever. We know 95% of the time we come up believing in Christianity, the wood or the stone. You know what I mean? We trusting in one of these idols. We trusting in the laws not done away with, or you think you getting smart and you going to Islam or whatnot. And we come to be established and we come to lay the law down flat. No, you know what I mean? Sex is marriage. Oh, it sound weird to you? Everybody, no, you say it in crowds. They looking at you. That's crazy. That's crazy. But the Lord, where we get it from? We get it from the Bible. Right. You know what I mean? The Lord said that the Lord don't want you sleeping around and doggone, you know what I mean, just doing your thing and trying to get a 30 piece and trying to figure out what's the best one out of that. Right. You know what I mean? The Lord said if you lay with that woman, that's your woman for life, unless she doggone go to another man. Right. But that sounds strange in this land. And this just generate the society. It sound crazy. You sound like a madman. This is like they said Christ was. They thought he was a madman, man. We gotta lay it down flat for him. You know what I'm saying? Because when we start seeing articles coming from Houston, and we know what's going on in Atlanta. Hey, you know what I mean? Y'all got TikTok, right? Y'all got social media. Y'all already know. It's a new article, a new reel, a new newscast coming out every day. That doggone the AIDS in Houston is getting compared to an African country. We already know Atlanta stamped in. Atlanta been stamped in. You know what I mean? It's little Solomon Gomorrah Jr. over here. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But the Lord always gonna preserve. You think everybody like that? No, everybody ain't like that. You know what I mean? But we see what the results is. All this unlawful union y'all doing, all unlawful sex, should I say, they doing out here. We see what the results of it. It ain't fun. You know what I mean? Y'all. I mean, because really HIV, AIDS, or whatever, like we already know that's an alphabet. For the most part, that's an alphabet thing, alphabet disease. But don't be deceived now. Don't be deceived and think that it can't happen to nobody hetero, because they doggone they monkey branching out here. The female monkey branching out here, and these dudes these days, they ain't got the most high. You know what I mean? If you ain't up on the law, know who you is, like free, you liable to fall for anything. You know what I mean? Like what foundation to hold in you? Christianity? It's not enough. We see what TD Jake's saying. We got the Diddy trial coming up with what's going on right now. And you know, man, I put those two on there for a reason because TD Jakes has stepped down as from being he been in operation about 40 years, one of the top pastors, you know what I mean, amongst our people, and so in Christianity, he just stepped down. There's a reason why he stepped down now. You know what I mean? He named the litigations, he named in legal paperwork, man. You know what I mean? When it come down to some of them freak offs. You know what I mean? For real, because you know what makes a good Christian is that you know, you could do anything. Just doggone, just say a little prayer after you finish. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, right. and you could do it. You can get away with anything. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody holding nobody accountable in no Christianity. Right. For real. And that's why this brotherhood class got to be put in place, because your brother gonna tell you the truth. Right. You know what I mean? You love all that righteousness when it's on your side, but if you notice, when you on the other side of righteousness and you getting chastised, it don't feel good. But if you righteous, you know, if you really righteous, you'll take that checking. Right. You'll take that and you'll examine yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what the I.S.U.P.K about. This is what the men and the women and the children of I.S.U.P.K is about. You know what I mean? We examine ourselves. That's how we came here. Because 99% of the time, most of us is not even born in the truth. All right, go ahead, bring that out for me.
Come on, this book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow.
Yeah, a lot of y'all, everybody, you know, even when you was in Christianity, everybody the whole earth know about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? That's a real story, man. Y'all go look it up. It's no cap. There's no cap in the Bible, man. Right. You know what I mean? You know, it may sound like a fairy tale to you, man. Do your research. That place, Sodom and Gomorrah, is a place today that nothing grows over there. That's a vacant land. Just like the Lord said, it's to 2025. It's still like the Lord said 1,000 years ago. You know what I mean? He gonna make that thing vacant because of what all the degeneracy that happened in that land. You know what I mean? So that's what we're reading from 2 Peter, which if you notice is the, you know what I'm saying, is the New Testament. You know what I mean? And what the Lord say, keep on going. Let's start from the top again.
Come. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow.
Condemn them. That's a judgment from the Lord.
Right.
What's the name of the class? If the Lord then sent his judgment, we'll be following a whole bunch of weirdos, a whole bunch of goofies, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we're gonna explain that. Keep on reading.
Come. Making them an example.
Making them a what?
Example.
Oh, making them an example, man. Y'all already know it may be spelled a little different, but y'all, you get it. You're making them an example. You know what I mean? When you know better, you do better. Right. You know what I mean? You ever have older brothers or people go before you, or you know what I mean? You looking up to people and you see the examples of them, and you see somebody get fired up, and you like, you know what? That's an example. I ain't going that route. Right. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get fired up or whatever we want to use fired up as. Right. But we already know examples are made. People have made the Lord will make an example. And then we will use that for our learning. Keep on reading.
Come. Unto those that after should live ungodly.
The Lord gonna make an example, man. Really, it may not come today, it may not come tomorrow, but it's coming. Most definitely. Keep on reading.
Come, verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
That's right, man. It's just like it is today. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, when you reading the Bible, you know what I mean, you gotta we gotta start modernizing the Bible, man. Everybody, it's happened in the biblical day, even this, the Bible is a living book, first of all. Right. You know what I mean? It's stuff in the Bible that's prophesied that we just now getting the technology to even get on that level to make that happen. Right. Like, for real, it's prophecies that ain't even came that's on its way to coming true. They ain't even happen. You know what I mean? It still has to progress. You know what I mean? So what am I saying? It is an ancient book, but it's a living book. You know what I mean? You got a cheat sheet from the beginning to the end. Right. And I bring it up because the filthy conversations we hear with the conversations today, this 2025, this 2020s now. You talk about filthy conversations, man, that ain't nothing. It was a time when we could doggone we could, you know, it's a certain way you got to speak around women when ladies in the building. when you're around ladies. You can't speak a certain way. Now these females, they doggone, they got us. We could, you know what I mean? They talking crazy. They talking just as crazy as the men. You know what I mean? Keep on reading.
Verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them.
For that what?
Righteous man dwelling among them.
I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta, that righteous man dwelling among them. You know what I mean? All of us, we in here, we true brothers, man, for real. But I'm tell you something, none of us really grew up around each other in the same neighborhood. You know what I mean? How do you get around somebody? You know what I mean? That either so a lot of what am I saying is that a lot of times when you see one person in the I.S.U.P.K, that one person in his region, in his zone where he grew up in, he may be the one in that neighborhood, that one in that city, that did wake up and that's choosing to lead the others. You know what I mean? And that's and before the Most High sent his judgment, and that's what he did with Lot. Keep on reading.
Come. In seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul. So like in seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
Right. When they say, don't, like I tell you, I always say, don't let that go over your head. When they say unlawful deeds, man, it's talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. Yo, we in the city of, we was I.S.U.P.K. Atlanta, man. We in the city of Atlanta. Everybody know Atlanta. Super turned up, not turned up, turned out. Right. Super doggone flamboyant, super alphabeted it up. You know what I mean? The A to Z with the I at the end. You know what I mean? You got all that going on. You catch my drift. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, when you go into the Sodom and Gomorrah story and how those men were acting, we haven't even got to that level in Atlanta, and I hope not to see that day. You know what I mean? What they were doing in Sodom and Gomorrah, like some of the men, they was trying to sleep with the angels that came through, trying to kick down doors to be on alphabet game. You know what I mean? We ain't seen it on that level, and I hope it never get like that again. God knows. You know what I mean? But we got examples of that, and we see what happened. You know what I mean? The Lord got to send his judgment on that. You know what I mean? You know, the Lord has to send his judgment. And that's what we are witnessing right now with this Diddy child. That's what we're witnessing now with all these celebrities falling. Because I put TD Jakes and Diddy on as a cover, but really it covers all the entertainment of Israel. If you notice, they following in every genre. They following in drill rap. They following in soul rap. They following in R&B. They following in Christianity. They following in Islam. They following in everything, man. Right. You know what I mean? And it's a reason for that. And that's why the Lord sent the I.S.U.P.K. out in every major city when so-called Israelites, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans going to be, because he's not going to give no excuse on why you can't say, Lord, I never heard this before. Lord, nobody never told me before. You know what I'm saying? Because remember I said we outside with it. With a loudspeaker. So everybody can hear it. You know what I mean? And as far as I'm concerned, Puff Daddy, he's from New York. We set up in New York, Times Square, everything. Everybody in New York heard about the Hebrew, you know what I mean? What they call the Hebrew Israelites, the Israelites out there on the street, the I.S.U.P.K, right. Pushing the truth out there on the streets. Right. You know what I mean? Everybody can say they have heard that. Their ears have touched them. We have not been cooped up in no building and just waiting on the Lord to take us home. So everybody has heard that. So the Lord is gonna hold everybody accountable because he has set his prophets out on the highways and byways and the corners to show our people where we've been going off, man. Right. You know what I mean? So it ain't gonna be no excuses. So you know what I mean? The Lord is fair, he a righteous, he a just God. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna just take you off for nothing. He ain't gonna just take you off for nothing. He gonna make sure you hear this word. He gonna make sure some kind of way. He got his prophets set up. He got his soldiers set up to where we gonna hear this word and to where it's gonna be set out in every city, on the corners, on the highways and byways, through the airways of the internet, through the airways of YouTube, through TikTok, through all your social medias. You know what I mean? You can't say you ain't seen that. All right, keep on reading.
Come on, verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation.
What?
The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation.
Right. Well, because you godly, because we in the I.S.U.P.K. Basically, that don't mean we don't get tempted, man.
Right.
Let me tell you something. We here in Atlanta, man. Like for real, we ain't on none of that type of alphabet time. Of course not. But the women, when it comes down to the women, they're right. I mean, you know, Atlanta doesn't have a shortage of women, and I be hearing people be coming from all over just doggone look at our women, and they be dressed in all type of way. They here for a fun time, not a long time. You know what I mean? We are a city filled with a whole bunch of fun girls. Go ahead.
Come on. So like I said, if I made a quick little not exactly a precept, but something just before that about temptation on the one.
All right, okay, bring it out.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's right. When you become to serve the Lord, because the Lord tired of all that lip service. He tired of all that singing songs. He tired of all that because you know what I mean. He even tired of all that all that smoke and mirrors. Because think about it, man. Because you already know Puff Daddy, P Diddy. He on trial right now, and he's friends with TD Jakes. Think about how much money he possibly donated to TD Jakes, man. Think about how much money he might have gave a whole M to TD Jakes. You know what I mean? Real like, and you know, with us, we trying to get. We don't got a whole M to get to that. You know what I mean? That's why we're saying he may have a zeal. He may say with his lips, it's just like he's just like everybody else. Right. You know what I mean? He may say with his lips that he's serving the Most High. Or he looking out for the church, but you know what I mean. But we already know what the results in. The judgments come down. The curtain's been pulled back. Go ahead.
So like I don't want if I made very heavy point because just like what Ecclesiasticus just said if you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. Mm-hmm. And then what you just brought out with 2 Peter is the Lord know how to deliver the godly out of temptation. But that just lets you know, like right now, I.S.U.P.K, we come to serve the Lord. So when we come across temptation, the Most High knows how to deliver us out of that temptation. That's with TD Jakes and these other, you know what I'm saying, false prophets, they're not serving the Lord. So they fall right into that temptation on the one. So like
that's right. And see the Most High knows. That's why you already know you got to examine yourself to see if you in the sun. If you're not being chastised for what you're doing, you got to examine yourself, man. Right. Because the Lord knows how we got to prepare ourselves because the temptation is all around us. And you know what I mean? And we swerving every day. We Heisman trophy on everything, man. You know what I mean? That's how we doing. It's been drilled into our psyche now at this point. Right. You know what I mean? And we trying to get it. We trying to get our brothers right. And we not taking. You know, we not going for nothing. Right. We're not going for none of that. You know what I mean? We in season and out of season. You know what I mean? When you telling your rib, when you telling your people, when you telling when we out on the streets and telling all of Israel. You know what I mean? It's not the most popular thing. Right. But you know what is the most popular thing? Diddy. TD Jakes. You know what I mean? That's what is a very popular thing. You know what I mean? Everything, you know what I mean, when it comes down, when you think of black excellence, you know, a lot of times, shoot, you think about P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and them little brunches they be having. You know what I mean? And now, and it's crazy. They have the all those fancy floral colors suits they got on, and the Rock Nation brunch and the P. Diddy brunches or whatever. And you know, you will have thinking, well, how can I get to that level? You know, what I gotta do is, well, P. Diddy come in the room and like, oh shoot, what I gotta do? Do I gotta walk to 5 miles for a cheesecake? But for real though, like for real, P. Diddy already know the power he got. He already know it. You know what I'm saying? Our people, we want to get in it. We want to get it in the door, especially in Atlanta. Everybody rap and sing here. Everybody got a talent here. People come down here. This the so-called Black Hollywood down here. So you come down here with your talents and be running across an individual like P. Diddy with all his power, you know what I mean, and all his influence and all his knowledge in the game. You know what I mean? It's easy for an individual that's been ruling for about 30. How long P. Diddy been putting on? About 30 years? He been on about 30 years, ain't it?
At least.
He been on about 30 years. Right. It's people that them passed in between time that doggone looked up to Puffy. Right. You know what I mean? No, Puffy, he put big on and everything. You know what I mean? So he had got so full of himself, he had got so wicked that now we see with this trial that Puff look at it. You know how you know when say you in the rap game, say you in the colleges, a new girl come in and a new girl start looking good or whatnot, and you want to holler at her or whatever, and all the all the boss dudes come up to her, try to approach her or whatever. And, that these are natural things of how things happen. With females coming in the game, all the dudes at her. But this boy Diddy come at the dudes that come in, and the dudes and the women that come in. You're a new rapper, you got a movement behind you or whatever. You trying to doggone do your thing. Here you come getting approached by Diddy. You know what I mean? But the Lord sent the judgment recently in the litigation, the paperwork, the discovery, everything been unfound, and we found out that everything ain't what it seemed. Right. Because if it wasn't for the Most High judgment, you know what I mean, Diddy and whatever he had going on, it would have been relationship goals. Right. T.D. Jakes and his doctrine, you would have hung on his every word. And you know what? When the Lord removed those guys out their seat, when he removed Puff Daddy out his seat, when he removed T.D. Jakes off his seat, they're going to have another replacement. And you know what you're going to do? You know what Israel going to do? Israel going to take that replacement. And they're going to go on from one fool to the next fool, one weirdo to the next weirdo, one degenerate to the next degenerate. But I'm telling you, man, the buck stops here. The I.S.U.P.K, if we got anything to do with it, we going to let you know, stop. Don't go that way. Don't follow them guys. Right. We've been saying it before we even knew that. We've been saying that these dudes are no good. These dudes are degenerate. You know what I mean? Now we get to see, and we saying, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But let's think for a minute. I said when I first started off a year ago, everybody was in a good space. You know what I mean? Who was Diddy with a year ago? Diddy was with Carisha. What they call Young Miami. Right. When you see and he was with Cassie, we know Cassie just spilling all the beans on that boy. Spilling all the beans and seeing what she done. And let me tell you something. They were relationship goals a year ago. Young Miami and P. Diddy were relationship goals a year ago. You got a man with $1 billion, and with what they'll deem as a young girl coming through. They were relationship goals, man. When he was with Cassie, they were relationship goals. Diddy showing you how to do it. Diddy was showing these boys how to do it. Right. You know what I mean? You know how many people put pressure on they how many women put pressure on their man? Right. Because concerning these individuals in the household, especially young man Miami coming through with the city girls. And what we got to do, we're not really studying these celebrities. These celebrities, man, you know what I'm saying? I wish that everybody can be like us and just that's just entertainment. Right. It don't go no further than that. Ain't no influence on our life. But since our daughters are not like that, since our sons are not built like that, since our brothers are not built like that, since our sisters are not built like that, we gotta lay it down on them. We gotta lay the game down on them and show them, because it was a lot of pressure put on the relationships when Carisha, aka Young Miami, came. And you know what I mean? She's talking what she talking. Lord, and the city girls talking how they talking. Like I told you, these celebrities ain't nothing. If it's not the city girls, it's gonna be Sexy Red. If it ain't Sexy Red, it's gonna be somebody else. It's always gonna be a new person, you know what I mean, going into new levels of ratchetness, new levels of debauchery. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be a new person. But a year ago, you know what I mean, she was just showing y'all how to doggone get the bag, baby. She's showing y'all how to get the bag. This is how you get the bag. You gotta act bad now. That's how Young Miami and all and Diddy was showing them, man. And I'm telling you, I remember the times, man. It were real pound relationship goals, man. And now the judgment, now the Lord done brought forth the judgment, and everybody quiet. Young Miami, where you at? Right. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like we heard now. We see what Cassie went through in 2018, 17, all that. We seen what she got going on. And doggone, I don't even know if $20 million is even worth that. It ain't worth that, man. Y'all ever seen the movies where you know, everybody kind of playing each other, finessing each other, and there's always one person that lead with the bag at the end, and they and you know what I mean, they kind of walk away and they won. Nobody wins in this situation. Cassie, she did get 20, 30 million, whatever, but God knows she did not win in this situation. We heard, we seen the paperwork. We heard about the many diseases. We heard about the many things that she had to press herself to do. That girl was in pure hell. You hear me? She was in pure hell, man. And that, and you know, but she was not as vocal as Miss Young Miami. Now we see how P. Diddy was acting, and we see he projected that it was on Young Miami. So with that being said, put me up in Second Timothy 3:1. 2 Timothy 3:1. We got to talk about, you know, because we talk about if we following, which goes back to leaders and influence. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna deal with the women for a minute.
I have that on.
We're gonna have, go ahead.
Con. Book of 2 Timothy.
Oh yeah. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna let you know. How your call got it too. The water for that. How your call in the building? He got it with the mic. The water for that. But while you on that, can you pull up this article about how it's called Atlanta is no longer majority black? Can you pull that article and have that in your on deck for me?
Con.
The water. But going back to these influences, because we got to deal with it on all angles, from the brothers to the sisters. You know what I mean? Young Miami, we know everything they was talking about. You know what I mean? Just use these men up. Get everything you got to get out of them. You know what I mean? He got to pay for everything. He got to pay for a hot dog at a doggone on a Friday night. Everything. You know what I mean? He got to pay for everything. There's nothing wrong with no being a man and having everything balanced in your household. But when you getting used up, you know it. But they are making it the norm for a man to get used. You know what I mean? Right. They made it the norm for that. And when you put a good beat behind that and some ghost written lyrics behind that, hey man, that influence can reign. Right. Now we know, and a lot of grown people know that. Hey man, we don't know what they talk about, but when you see your daughters be like that, when you see your sisters start to take heed of that. Man, we know that their influence is, you know, the young people are the future. So when we see them even more lost than the doggone influence that we had, we know it's a problem. So that's why I named it the Lord. If the Lord didn't send his judgment, you know what I mean? The Lord sent his judgment, he's shutting all that up. Now if a Negro show up with doggone Young Miami, boy, you got it. You hear me? Right. Imagine the next nigga show up with Young Miami. Boy, you got it. I don't know if y'all been hearing that trial, boy. They talk about all the doggone STDs, STIs. Cassie had a doggone, she was sore down there, and doggone Diddy still made her doggone keep rocking. Shada said she took so much anti-bacterial medicine that her body became immune to it where it was not working. You know what I mean? I think 20 million ain't enough for Cassie. I mean, but that was back in the day. That's just stuff just coming to the light now. With Young Miami, and then let's not talk about the P thing. I'm about to bring out the scripture, man. We gotta get to the scripture. Well, is it too much to uncover? You mean to tell me that somebody put their waist on you, and these fools trying to make it seem like it's cool now? You know what I mean? Oh, most definitely. Cassie got peed on back in 2000. Did it been on that? You know what I mean?
Like Young Miami is on tape talking about it.
Oh yeah, she on tape talking about it. But it's coming out in court now. It's coming out in court that they like the human waste to be on them. Well, when you know who you are. When you know you are Israelite from the tribe of Judah, or whatever tribe you come from, when you know who you are according to the Bible, according to the Most High, you know you better than that. Right. You know you'll never get treated like that. you know that you better than all the people on the face of the earth, man.
Right.
You know, you come from a righteous and holy people.
Right.
You know that the word Israel, Yasha means the prince of the power, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Really, you know what I'm saying? You'll clean yourself up. But these people doggone having golden shower parties on them. And just like that boy R. Kelly locked up, you know what I mean? He did it right behind him. Go ahead.
Like it, sir. I heard that's why all the women keep taking them trips to Dubai. They be having
Oh yeah,
little scat parties and stuff.
get a little 50 piece. Get a little 50 piece with a little heathen waist on you, for them to cock over you, and doggone. What you say? For them to go over you and doggone and release their fecal matter on you. Let me tell you something, man. When you know who you are according to the Most High, man, you will never go for none of that. You ain't going for nothing. Nathaniel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real, and you can look up a person better there because that money gonna be spent. And then sometimes, and Cassie got $30 million right now, and she is messed up, man. You know what I mean? Her mental state is messed up. Real, she got a man who love her, but it don't mean nothing. We ain't looking at a relationship like it ain't nothing, man. Like it's nothing. Boy, you going behind what? You going behind the world. You know what I'm saying? These folks, you know what I'm saying? These people have done things that and these are our so-called leaders. These are our so-called influencers, man. Go ahead and bring that out. These silly women. Let me get on this real quick.
This book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
Stop right there. Disobedient to parents, man. You know your mama don't want you to get peed on.
Right.
You know your mama don't want no goddamn. You know what I mean? I don't even know what they call goddamn crapping on somebody. I don't even know how to word that joint. You feel me? Guess what? You already know if somebody went through that, you can safely say you better than that person.
Right.
You say, I ain't never been peed on. I ain't never had no waste on me now. I don't care what your bank account look at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real, you know what I mean? They ain't never had that going on. You feel me? Keep on reading.
Khan. Unthankful, unholy.
Oh, stop right there. That's why I wanted to get on the not disobedient to parents. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You want to listen to your parents. You know what I mean? But even more levels than that is that when you come in here, you get real fathers, man. You get real big brothers, right. Man. You get, you know what I mean? You get that real guidance over you. Where nobody ever would have cared, nobody would have checked you about that. You know what I mean? You can have a book in your nose, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? For real, they gonna let you rock out, man. Right. For real, like for real, you need somebody to get you away. No, they don't go out. They don't go out the house like that. Of course, I'm using that as a more of a metaphor. But you know what I mean. But when you have people around you that you know what I'm saying, you have to have a accountability. Right. That means something, man. Real, that's something that we ain't never had. I know what I'm saying. For real, we grew up in this earth and we in the hills of North America, man. Don't nobody care about no accountability, especially our brothers and our sisters, man. We can just do what we want to do. Right. If anything, we might be a little bit deemed a little better than them. You know what I mean? But when you go around brothers and sisters, and you know what I mean, you can't go around with all that. You can't bring no drugs around them. You can't bring no debauchery around them. You know what I mean? You can't come with a reprobate mind around them people. You know what I mean? You'll get checked. Right. You know what I mean? But it's checked because they love you. You know what I mean? Because so we can build this nation and come back to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we say that, but at the same time, if you don't want to listen, the Most High gonna send his judgment every time. Every time, man. He gonna push you out there to where everything is uncovered, to where you was brought up very high and taken down very low, man. That's how it's gonna go. Keep on reading.
Khan. Unthankful, unholy. Verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Despise those who are good, man. You know what I mean? When you don't want to be with nobody, when you don't want to be into a whole bunch of little orgies and Diddy white parties. You know what I mean? Hey, you got the invite, you don't want to come through. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you think you do good or whatnot? You know what I mean? Because when you know better, you're gonna do better, man. But until you know better, man, you're like, you just gonna be the blind leading the blind. Right. You know what I mean? And now we had, because y'all see, I'm bringing up Young Miami, right? But really, in 2025, we got a sexy red, man. We got a sexy red. And I seen some stuff on TikTok. I seen some stuff now. They doggone doing sexy red a little bit more. They're gonna make sexy red look like doggone old school in a minute. I'm telling you, what these girls are gonna put down on these tracks, they're gonna make sexy red look like a doggone they're gonna make her look like a good girl. I'm telling you, that's what we got coming. See, sexy red worse than with her content is worse than Young Miami, man. You know what I mean? So these things are going to. We have to learn the. We have to start going down, getting back down to the basics, drilling in these people's head what the basics is according to the law, man. You know what I mean? How a woman's supposed to upheld themselves, how a man supposed to upheld themselves. Right. I don't care if you say that's old people stuff, that's old, that ain't gonna work these days or whatever. We are not compromising with nothing because there's only so much time left, man. You think Noah had a time to compromise with people? You know what I'm saying? Dealing with something. We're not no carnal individuals. We only dealing with the seen. We're gonna deal with the unseen also, man. Right. You know what I mean? You think we got time to play? We don't have no time to play. We don't know what the date is gonna be to expire. We don't know what the date with the Most High gonna send a judgment on the land. All we know, we do what He said do, right. And we gotta lay it down. Right. You know what I mean? Don't get back. Don't go to their church. Don't go to no TD Jakes. Right. Yeah, TD Jakes ain't telling you to rob nobody. He may not be telling you to kill nobody, but ain't what he's saying is what it is. What he's saying now, but it's what he. But mostly is what he's not saying. Right, is what he's not saying because he's dealing with the Lord, man. He got the Bible in his hand. He got the sword in his hand, man, and he's doggone coming under connotations like he did, like he's some kind of godly man. Now, all these pastors coming in like they some kind of godly man, and they holding the word, and they're not saying with the law. They saying the law is done away with. They saying do as you want to do, and these people must be marked. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Lucky. He is teaching to rob because you know he ain't teaching to rob yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely teaching to rob, and they teaching to rob God because you know what I mean. Hey, Diddy paid his tithes and he paid his tithes to TD Jakes, but these people are not. These are not the priests that the Most High set up. Right. These folks don't even know what tribe they come from. Let me tell you something. Genesis, Revelation, they talk about the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All the way to Revelation, what the hell is a church doing set up, and you ain't talking about what tribe you come from. Right. You talk to any pastor today, any of y'all leaders, any of y'all influencer, any youth pastor, any doggone prayer call line, and you start talking about tribe talk. Hey, what tribe you come from? They're gonna tell you that silly talk. They're gonna tell you we don't need to know that. But when you lying to me, because guess what? In Revelations, they got it written. They got it's down in Revelation, the 12 tribes to the gates of heaven. What we doing? What we talking about? Do we got to pull that? Hey, Trooper Gabar, pull. You know that verse? Pull that verse was with the 12 gates of heaven in Revelation. And why you getting that? How you call? What you about to bring out?
Yeah. It's like Troop is reminded to mute up.
Still like that.
Make sure that you mute up, Uncle Sean.
I do hear some feedback. So like y'all make sure you mute your phone.
Still like that one if I may.
All right, go ahead.
I'm still driving out of one. I'll be at the house shortly, and I'll be able to read out of one. This is Trooper Quack about.
Are you too wild? We got how you call in the house with the mic. The water for your zeal.
Hey, Shalakia, sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Kathah, sir.
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Kathah.
Hey, this trooper Qatar Ya'ala checking in.
Oh, Shalom, Lord Christ. How you doing, Hebrew?
Hey, I'm Tawad, sir. I'm Tawad, sir. Hey, I got that for you too, though, sir.
What the which one?
Revelations 21 and 12, sir.
Oh, you talking about with the 12 gates? Okay,
Come on,
hold that real quick. Hold that real quick, and I want good thing being on it. How you call? You had something to bring out?
Oh, live, sir.
All right, go ahead and read it for me.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Revelations.
No, it's like how you call one him because we still on these silly women real quick. I want to go down to them real fast, and then we're gonna go to the 12 gates because I brought that up because you talk to a TD Jakes and all his constituents and all his followers and all his little pastors that he has up under him. If you start talking tribe talk, Israel talk, they're gonna say you a fool. They're gonna say that's foolish talk. You don't gotta do all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you go through Genesis Revelation, let's go to the lab. We're gonna this is a quick crash course. When you go to Revelations, when you talk about the gates, it's 12 gates of the Bible. If you're not talking tribe talk, and your spiritual leader is not bringing out talking about tribe and what tribe he come from, because I'm telling you, we all be online and we be seeing these folks talk about spiritual talk, and when they talk about the Israelites, it don't matter what tribe you come from. Don't nobody care about that. We know it's easy to say that it sound good, my brother. It sound good, my brother. But when you go to your book of Revelations, what we're gonna bring out in just a minute, hold that too. You know what I mean? We're gonna see something different. Go ahead. How you call? Go ahead. Keep on reading. I think verse 4.
Book of 2 Timothy chapter. Book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 4. Traitors, heedy, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God.
Huh?
Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God.
Chestnut Diddy. Stop playing. Stop playing with him. Nasty Cassie.
Right.
Stop playing with him. Come on now. But that boy gave $1 million to TD Jakes, though. Don't he love God?
I like it, sir.
Go ahead.
Chestnut Diddy is crazy, boy.
Got him. These folks make it too easy. It's too much. The Lord sending so much judgment down. We can't even keep up.
Right.
Good night.
Right.
And you know what? Who gonna put it in their face like, look, this how it's supposed to be. What we doing? The I.S.U.P.K. We gotta lay it down. We lay it down in this building on Glenwood Road.
Right.
But don't get it confused. We outside with the loud mouth mic, and we talking to the world.
Right.
Outside. You didn't sign up for that. You didn't ask for that. Nah, you could thank us later. You gonna get this work. You hear me? Go ahead, bring it up.
Come on.
Keep reading verse 5, sir.
Verse
5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, for such turn away.
Don't let it go over your head now. I know it's formed in the type of way we will read the Bible and like, yeah, but I'm telling you, like, we be reading stuff that we read before, but dang, we actually seeing come alive. And when it come alive, you got to know what to do with it. You got to know how to react to it. You got to know to be on the right side of righteousness,
right,
and not be on that side, man. Because you be on that side, boy, you polluted. You a cesspool of you're a cesspool full of diseases. You're a cesspool full of demons. You're a cesspool full of die. You feel me?
Right.
Like for real, we see what's going on in this tribe, man. For real, like for real, like these folks don't have no ceiling. You know. So don't let that go, because they have a form of godliness. Because if y'all check my the poster of the class out, P Diddy and TD Jakes, they are embracing, and that's why I also wanted to bring up, because TD Jakes has recently stepped down as the pastor after like 40 years, and he put somebody else in charge, who was actually his daughter. Which, I mean, we know that's unlawful, but these folks are unlawful. It's like we might as well not even bring it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't even know where to start from.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's a reason why he stepped down, because when your pastor is up in freak off litigation discovery paperwork, oh yeah, it's time to go ahead and step down. But do you know how many people rolled for that man? Do you know how many people have influence and they may be like, oh yeah, we're gonna leave TD Jakes alone. They're gonna go right to another TD Jakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not, the light bulb ain't gonna come on. Right. Oh, what they're bringing out about the scriptures, they're really not with the Lord. Somebody that's just talking like this and walking like this, they're really not with the Lord. What they're gonna do is going to one fool to the next, one weirdo to the next, one degenerate to the next. Right. So it wasn't for the Most High to judgment. It wasn't for the Most High sending his prophets out, showing you. You know what I mean? We wouldn't even know the difference between left and right, man.
Right.
Keep on reading.
Con, verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women.
Lead captive what now?
Silly women.
I think Sexy Red got the women, these women in captive in their mind now.
Right.
Now Sexy Red may not be an influencer and leader to you, but when it comes down to our women, when it comes down to our young women, oh, she's an influence.
Right.
Young Miami may not be, city girls might not be influenced to you, but when it comes down to our women and our young women, our sisters, our daughters, they hold some weight now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we gotta lay it down and show them. But thank God the Lord came through and showed judgment. Right. To where he made it to you show it with Young Miami, boy, we laughing at you, bro. What you got going on? You come with her, boy, you know you hot. You know, but you know you hot, boy. For real. When a chick that make $20,000-$30,000 a year, she ain't even gonna mess with you, doggone. You know, she can get a little clout. You just mess with Young Miami, boy. It's all right. You marking yourself as you's a polluted individual. Doggone mess with how that. You doggone lay with that. You did that. You did all this with that. Boy, you crazy. Boy, you a wild boy. That's past walking on the wild side. Cause we seen the litigation paperwork come out. We seen all the diseases come out. We seen the doggone the population pool of Diddy. You know what I mean? He getting escorts. Let me tell you something. A heterosexual person getting escorts and on Backpage and going best with prostitutes. You messing with the whole city off of a doggone female prostitute.
Right.
But this boy Diddy.
Right.
Doggone got male and he got mostly male prostitutes. You know what I mean? Do you know what the population pool hit off of that? You know what I mean? Crazy. You know what I mean? And that, you know, and they already bought it out. And you gonna walk around with a Young Miami? Boy, you's a fool that the Bible speaks of. You know, you are a fool. You know what I mean? But a year ago, it was goals now. Pound relationship goals, pound black excellence. Right. Just a year ago. But you was fooled. You were deceived. Now we laying it down flat. Don't be deceived no more. Don't let everything just glitter and gold and look good and shiny to it. It got to be something to it. You know what I mean? Keep on. Okay, go ahead. Start over at verse 6.
Come and slack it. Trooper Katab, if you will mute up for me, Barbara Shaw, till it's time to read or make a comment.
Come.
The water. Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
With diverse, they led away. You know what I'm saying? They led away with diverse lusts. What's the one thing about a woman? A woman, you can get to her about carnal things, shiny things. You know what I mean? You know, every dude, like for real, if it wasn't for women, it wouldn't be no need to try to get a nice car. If it wasn't for women, it wouldn't be no need to get a nice cut, a nice your hair fixed, you know what I'm saying, your braids fixed up tight. If it wasn't for women, it wouldn't be no need to doggone be fresh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put on smell with, you know what I'm saying? You just around a whole bunch of niggas, you know what I'm saying? We doggone, hey, whatever, man. Nigga might even take a shower that day.
Yeah, right.
For real, you know what I'm saying? Cause for real, like for females, don't forget, like for real, females definitely, you know what I'm saying, help make the world go round and influence men, man. Real. And sometimes where the women go, sometimes the men lead. And sometimes it's vice versa. But you know what I'm saying? When you see that, when you see women are led away by these things, you know what I mean? We see Young Miami was led away and she was doggone rooting for Diddy. His #1 fan club, man. You know what I mean? He's showing these young women, showing these young girls how to do it. You know what I mean? And that's y'all leader. That's y'all leader. And now the Most High shut her mouth up. Shut their mouth up. And it's not really about them. Like I said, we got to use that as an example. Real, because if it's not gonna be her, it's gonna be somebody else. But you gotta know the basics. Well, we gotta drill the basics into our people, to our young women, to our young men, and everybody that's under the house of Israel. And you know what I mean, and what's right and what's not right. You know what I mean, according to the law. You had something to bring on? How you call? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to touch mainly on that verse because of the silly women, because it's a lot of silly women. You know what I'm saying? But when you get you a strong, I don't want to say the word strong. When you get you a heavy woman, you know what I mean? That ain't going for just everything. It's just like it takes more than just a car. It takes more than just some type of status. Right. That she can see that you making up for all this type of stuff because you got something else going on with you. You know what I mean? Those women that they go out the law, man. Real, because you know what I mean? Because that's the only way. Because a lot of women can have a lot of good aspects about them, but you're gonna be totally you're gonna be incomplete if you don't apply the laws, statute, commandments to your life. You know what I mean? That's why we land, because we only got so much time left. Stop going to church. Right. Stop going to the you are the church. We are the people. It's a church. Right. You know what I mean? The house of Israel, that's the church. The 12 tribes of Israel, that's the church, man. Right. You know what I mean? The Lord never said go to church on no Sunday. And then we did it, and he never commanded to. Right. You know what I mean? The Sabbath day. He never said, get caught up in your feelings. He said, if you lay with that man, you with that man for life. You know what I mean? If you listen to Young Miami, Cardi B, all them out, they gonna have you monkey branching, baby. And it may look good on your surface. You think they're gonna have you wasting your whole 20s thinking that you could just doggone run them numbers up, hit a 30 piece in your 20s, or 30 piece plus in your 20s, and think that somebody's supposed to value you, honey. It don't work like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Real, like the females that are set apart, the females that don't have all that doggone Delta high mileage on them. You know what I'm saying? For real, that's a woman, like for real, the woman that is not scantily clad. For real. You know what I mean? Because when times were different, when a woman did dress scantily clad, like, oh, they got a lot of attention. Now it's got so crazy out there. A woman that is coming through with modesty now, covered up now. Now we looking at her like got a headpiece on. We're looking like, oh snap, hey sister, because we see so much. We know we in Atlanta, man. You already know what's going on down here. Real, they'll walk into a Sunday school with a doggone with the cheeks showing, man. Right. Real, they don't get they don't care about none of that down here. Real, they have a club church down here, man. That's what we have. Go who that? The Truth. Hey, Truth, you still holding that scripture in Revelation?
Unmute, Qatar.
Yeah, bring that joint. Yeah, bring that joint out, man. We still revisiting.
Come on, sir.
Let's go ahead and bring it out.
Come on. Yes, sir. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 21 and verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
Hey, what?
And at the 12 gates.
Hold on. Now you had how many gates now?
12 gates.
12 gates. They sound like 12 gates for the 12 tribes of Israel. And then it's the last book of the Bible. What we talking about?
Right.
Stop insulting our intelligence.
Right.
Stop playing with the Lord.
Right.
You can finesse everybody. You can play like everybody. You know how you got something in your mind. Yeah, I'm gonna make it seem, I'm gonna make it look like that, but it really ain't like that. You could do that with mankind, but you can't play with the Lord like that, man.
Right.
We are talking about the last book of the Bible, the last revelation. There's a revealing of things to come, things that ain't even happened yet. We are talking about the gates of heaven. One thing we know about our people and about our leaders, we always talk about heaven. That's why they love Christianity so much. So everybody's trying to see a way how to get to heaven. We know we can have a poverty-stricken lifestyle, pushed up in the ghettos of North America. But we're gonna go to church. We're gonna support that church. We're gonna support a little TD Jakes, the real TD Jakes, and everything in between. All that Negro got to do is put on a suit and doggone and say he doggone ordained according to the Bible, and we gonna support it. You know what I mean? And when we be talking tribe talk, we talk about our tribe, going back to our tribe, who we are as individuals. You know what I mean? We're not some type of color. We're not two continents put together. African American. We're not the color black. Black goes back to no origin. You know what I mean? While everybody else go back to got a strong history, a strong heritage. You know what I mean? But when we bring it to our people talking about tribes, they tell us that that's foolishness. You talk to a TD Jakes about tribe talk, he'll laugh at you and go viral about it. Go ahead, bring it out how you call.
So I got a comment from Officer of 1,000 Cars. He says Beyonce mother bit that apple, leaving her husband at her age, looking for love. Silly woman.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. You know what? That's why we're telling you. Hey, the water for that. Out of one, because it's so much things happening on this earth. It's so much judgment and so much examples that we can use. I forgot to even bring that out in there. You know what I mean? Well, she's 70. She's 70 years old. Let's call her 68 years old. You know what I mean? You would never think. You know what I mean? First of all, that's a lot coming behind the man, her ex-husband. Her husband was basically Joe Jackson. Matthew Knowles, ex-husband. Right. This man made the Destiny Child. This man was one of them Joe Jacksons, one of them doggone Orlando Ball the brothers. He run them daddies. One of them Dion daddies. You know what I mean? He gonna put it in the world. He gonna dedicate his life. He made them girls who they are. So I can only imagine trying to replace that. A woman trying to replace that. He already had to come behind that, man. You know what I mean? And she actually fell for the hook, line, and sinker of this world. See, the older women are supposed to be teaching the younger women how to behave. You understand? Y'all, everybody don't understand that. We come from an era where the younger women teach the younger women how to behave. How to no, you shouldn't do that. You should carry yourself there like this. You should cover yourself up, young lady. Right. All that type of stuff. But those days are gone now. Now it's an interesting thing that's happening on earth. And thank you to 1,000 Officer of Cars for bringing it out. Is that you can be 72 to 22. All of them have the same mentality.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of them, it don't matter. If they got a 72-year-old will look up whatever doggone the rhetoric, the sexy red, and these Lotto, whatever they bring it out, they all go up under the same doctrine. I can do better. You can treat me better. You know what I mean? I woke up this way. What she said? Because I read the article now. Don't think I'm slipping. That thing resonated with me. I said, what? She said, what? She said she woke up one morning and she felt like she can do better. Good night. That's what we doing out here. You know what I mean? But somebody, and we're gonna bring up the gates. But somebody, how you call? Can you find a verse where the older women are supposed to teach the younger women? You know what I mean? That's how they supposed to do, man. And we got Beyonce mother even coming talking about something she can do better at 72 years old, man. Like for real, the madness that's to come upon our people. You supposed to be in cruise control in that part of your life. You see your mother, you see your grandmother, and that you don't want them to be on the market dating on that sexy red time, man. We don't that's not what kind of goals is that to look forward to. That's no type of goals. All right. Come on. Now, if you think, and now if you're a young woman, you're a young lady, and you thinking that you don't care what happened. If I get 72 years old, I don't care. If it ain't acting right. Well, I'm not gonna say acting right. If I wake up and I don't feel a certain type of way, I feel like I can do better. No, we cutting all that. And you as a woman don't get caught up too much in your feelings, especially concerning your man. For real, because feelings change every day. You may wake up and hate the world one day. And you may wake up and feeling like $1 million the next. Real. Everybody got feelings. They are liable and subject to change. What we deal with in the I.S.U.P.K. with the Most High is dealing with Yahweh. What he dealing with is straight facts. You know what I mean? That's where we in the truth. Well, because whether we like it, understand it or not, you know what I mean? We all have to take this truth and we all have to abide by that. You know what I mean? And when and a woman 72 years old waking up talking about she could do better, man. Let me tell you something. She lost in life. Right. She could be Beyonce mother, SHALAM mother. She's set for life financially. Puffy is set for life financially. TD Jakes is set for life financially. But inside they broke as hell. Right. They soul is broke. Right. And you very rich compared to them. When you get this knowledge right here, you know what I'm saying? You glad you ain't have to go through that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bring it out.
Come on, this is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. Verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children.
Right, and that sounds simple. Okay, a woman's supposed to love their husband, a woman's supposed to love their children. We know they don't go on. We got 350,000 abortions per year between Black, Hispanics, and Native American women per year. We are serial killers out this thing. You know what I mean? As far as loving your husband, try to tell a woman to love their husband these days. They're gonna have some drawback on yourself today. You know what I mean? What it's supposed to be a given to love your husband. You know what I mean? And then the men also, we can get on them. Remember, we on a silly women right now. We're gonna keep it moving for sure. But we definitely gotta bring it on home, because those are a lot of our women influencers, from the Sexy Red to the Young Miamis, hell, the Tina Knows, to everybody. You know what I mean? You looking at them because those are your influencers. If you see Tina Knows do it, you're gonna wake up. You could be 70 years old or old, and you been with somebody for 20, 30 years and wake up and you know what? I can do better. You's a damn fool. You hear me? For real, you hear me? For real, because I'm gonna tell you what a man gonna do. A man, yeah, he'll play that game with you. He'll go there with you. But is he gonna go? Do he want to be around your mama, them, your family, them, and meet your kids and be all that and sign up for stepdaddies? See, back in our day, we had a lot of dudes sign up to be stepdaddies back in the day. I didn't know it was a thing until recently that they are making it like being a stepdaddy is a doggone abomination to God. Don't no man want to be no stepdaddy these days. These new guys. You know what I mean? They don't want to take care of nobody's children for real. Like, what am I saying? You are setting these young women up for failure out here. You know what I mean? If you want to be the cat lady, if you want to be the dog, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be that woman, however they call it, if you want to be the best cat lady you want to be, keep on listening to these leaders that they have set up. If you want to build a legacy in your household, if you want to be a gem to your husband, if you want to be a true Proverbs 31 woman, then you come into the I.S.U.P.K. and we'll learn you. We'll clean you up. You might don't know. You may didn't have a father to show.
Right.
It don't matter. We're gonna teach you.
Right.
Real. You know what I mean? Whether that man going 50-50, 70-30, 60-40, he paying all the bills. Whatever y'all got going on, you love that man. and that man love you, you know what I mean? That's priceless because that's what you do not have for the majority these days.
Right.
As you do not have. Yeah. The Trooper, that's all you got on the Go ahead.
We'll make it one more verse.
Oh, go ahead, bring it out.
Come on. Verse 5. To be discreet, chastity, keepers of home.
What? Hold on now. Streets. We already know. We already know they for the street. They for the streets these days, man. Right. And we got to bring it out because we got a lot of them, man. And they talking about monkey branch. What I say about monkey branch, they're going from man to man to man. Not knowing we the Bible says that's abomination to the Bible said the Lord, you know what I mean, consider that a whoredom when you do that. You know what I mean? But they make it the normality when you tell somebody that a woman will laugh in their face. And that man ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He ain't making me happy. Feel that I go to the next man. But now we also the age of information where articles will come out, where sciences will come out. You know what I mean? Because the Lord said at first that when you lay with a man, what they say the seed be in the woman for like 10 years. Y'all seen them articles? Yeah, forever. Like, especially you have a baby with the man. Like for real, that's in that. Like for real, that's. Do y'all know what an imprint is?
Like,
go ahead.
Yeah, it talks about how the woman's body starts conforming to that DNA.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like for real, like y'all women, y'all bodies are basically set up for one man.
Right.
Don't believe the hype that you could be like a man.
Right.
I know you ain't gonna take it from me. I know it ain't gonna take it from the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? But it just so happened that we in 2025 and we already know what they said about Atlanta, how Atlanta is compared to a small African nation with all the HIV going on here. Right. You know, you think we were? Hell no, because you know what I mean, we know the Most High with us. Right. We know how to we got the right point of view on how to pick a woman. You know what I mean? When you see a man in the I.S.U.P.K, he know how to pick them. He should know how to pick them. You know what I mean? He got all the instruments, all the knowledge, everything on how to all the bullet points on how to pick them. Right. You know what I mean? And when he does apply that, you know what I mean, you will see those results. We ain't worried about no HIV, but it's like it's compared to a small African nation now. But I tell you what, the brothers and sisters of I.S.U.P.K, we not worried about that in our everyday lives. We already know Atlanta's number one in STDs, and Houston, all the little black cities. It ain't just about Houston. It's sounding like Atlanta, right? Y'all be hearing all this stuff about Houston. It be sounding like the new Atlanta, right? Everybody try to move to Houston. Everybody flocking to Houston. When I say everybody, I mean the so-called Black Hispanic Native Americans now. Right. They flocking to Houston. That old Atlanta, that's the old name. We going to Houston now. What happened? What's the results of the Most High and send His judgment? Everybody think they can doggone run them numbers up. Everybody think they can just orgy it out. Right. Everybody think they can just freak show it out. And guess what you have? You got result. You got judgment come. Right. Now you doggone a heterosexual with HIV. How in the world did that happen to you in this life? You thought that was an old disease. Right. You thought you had to worry about COVID. You know what I'm saying? Real, you got a new form of gonorrhea, everything. These things are mutating into things that's fighting the medicines they had. You know what I mean? You don't want to play, man. You better have some dog. You better have some tact, some discernment, some lawfulness about yourself as a man and this woman going forward, man. And you better not ever look to none of these leaders because they will lead you astray. You will lift these people up for 30 years, and next thing you know, they doggone Mr. Chestnut out this thing. You feel me? Good night. He did what? He did what? Man, come on, man. I can't even repeat some of the stuff I heard on this thing on this man. But I'm telling you, I know he been popping for 30 years. I know he been, you know what I mean? He had the influence on our people. I know that. I know that for a fact, man. Where we at with it?
It's like we got a little bit left on verse 5.
Okay.
says, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed.
Right, and I know y'all scared to be lame to the game, and also with before I get out the silly women talking, they also want to call women that fit that description as far as following what the Most High would call for a wife and a mother. They call that a pick-me these days, right? Ain't that crazy? They chastising these women,
Right.
but she winning.
Right.
She got a man that's gonna die for her.
Right.
She got a man that's gonna go there for her. Real, like real. Let a nigga knock you upside the head. You call a nigga like, what the hell you calling me for? You call that nigga, you tell him you pregnant. Congratulations. Who the father? Real, there's no respect. Is no like for real. If you want to live a low life, then you go right ahead and you follow these leaders that y'all have. Go ahead.
Like it. That just to your point on the one, that shows, you know what I'm saying, the viewpoint and the objective of the brother. You know, because the brother gonna sit up and ask a question about some who the father. That lets you know right there you didn't know who you were dealing with.
Exactly.
Because if you dealing with, you know what I'm saying, a woman that you courted and you know what I'm saying, took your time and you know what's going on, you already know what the business is. Versus, you know what I'm saying, sitting up here like you said, like they question the hey, well, who's the father? It ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So that just reflects, and that's just getting back to what we need to as a people of understanding the process and the discipline that we need to be as men and how we court these women. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Bringing them out and like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if this is who I'm laying with, this is who I'm with, I already know she ain't got nothing else going on. You know what I'm saying? I know she ain't this type of woman.
Exactly.
Versus, you know what I'm saying, getting out here and be like, oh, it ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to throw the hands up and, you know what I'm saying, you know, disengage on everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
it is crazy.
Because that reflects on you on, hey, well, you just had your old lady sleeping around. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you cool with it.
Exactly.
Are you crazy?
Right.
You did. And we already know what you do with your woman. And you're going to do all that. And it's questionable if she had the whole city in there.
Right.
You a wild boy. You a wild boy. You don't care nothing about your soul. You don't care nothing about your health. You know what I mean? You don't care. You don't have no value as yourself. Now that's a high value man.
Right.
You know what I mean? That had something that's on the outside look very beautiful to him. That could be his type or whatever, but he know what's in the inside of that woman, how that woman carry herself. And it's questionable. And she just left this other man. He ain't going for it. He'll never touch you. He'll never touch. He'll never deal with you. You know what I mean? That's a value man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's another thing about these influencers and these who we're following. These degenerates, these podcasters, man. You know what I mean? Because they tell you what they tell you, a high value man. Right. We seen what happened with. We seen what happened with Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? Judgment and everything. But at the same time, I mean, he does. I mean, it's still some points, but at the same time, what he named as a high value man is somebody like Diddy. Last year, this time, Diddy was considered a high value man. Period. When he's the poster child for high value man. Right. Real. But you ain't gonna do nothing but get some high value piss on you. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's how you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That niggas, he drunk some water before this. Did you drink your water today? Man, come on, man. Stuff that we ain't even gotta go through, man. Come on, man.
That's some cranberry juice.
I'm telling you, man, for real. Like, for real. I got the cranberry juice, you know what I mean? You putting the goddamn the UTI medicine in there with it and everything. Come on, man. What going on in these freak offs? What's going on in this world? And we know Diddy influenced the whole game. So that means it's trickled down like that. All the other boys, all the other influencers just looking up at him. So what we need to do is just look at it as straight entertainment. Jam what we need to jam. Use it for what we got to use it for. Don't be no silly woman. Don't be no silly man. Right. Letting no doggone rapper, a singer, influencer, whatever they coming, that they ain't coming with this word. Is an angel that come out the sky, and he talk about something different that is written according to the law. You don't go for none of that. And that's how you gonna make it. Cause it's tight out here, man, and everybody ain't gonna make it. But if you just listen to the men of the I.S.U.P.K that the Lord has set up in the highways and byways of North America and across the four corners of the earth, that we not up under, we under the government of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Set up by the Most High. You know what I mean? Because I put Diddy and TD Jakes on there, but really I can go from one person to the next when it comes to influence our people. I could put Donald Trump on there. There's a lot of Hispanics that's rocking with Donald Trump. There's a lot of so-called blacks that's rocking with Donald Trump. Right. You know what I mean? And they are also been led by, they also being silly and just led to the slaughter. You know what I mean? And you see what Donald Trump doing. He cutting down everything. He trying to, because you know, already know a so-called black man in America, we feeling it. We always feeling that what they try to hold us back when it comes to the economics and the finances. You know what I mean? Well, we got to doggone be better than everything just to get a regular position, a permanent position in this land. You know what I mean? They're going to make us work. You got to be the best of the best just to be assistant to the CEO.
Oh, Salagi, sir.
Go ahead.
What you're saying is so heavy because every year I hear about, you know, like a Judite that they got accepted to every university, every Ivy League, every scholarship, but you don't hear a follow-up about where they ended up because they didn't end up doing nothing because they got in and they're the DEI hire that you know company is complaining about. It's a lot.
Right. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up because I know that what our plight has been for the last 400 years, and when we finally get somebody that graduated from college, finally get somebody who graduated with honors in our family, whether it be us, our daughters, our sons, our brothers, our sisters, it's like we so proud of them individuals, as we should be, for sure, no doubt. Because a lot of us was one of those individuals. We should be proud of those individuals, but what they're not telling you is what you have to go out into the world, because we see these people with these PhDs, with these doctorates, with these master's degrees, and what they do, they be the lead at Walmart. They be the lead at Walmart. Now I'm not judging nothing on that, but what I'm saying is like you got a PhD. What are you doing working at PetSmart right now? You know what I mean? That's the game they have set up for us. You know what I mean? Where we more so caught up in the hype, where we not even looking at the real results. We got all these credentials on our records. We got all these accreditations, but we in the Esau society. You know what I mean? And all he wants us to do is make us the best shoe shiner with a PhD if he can. That's all he doing. And we gotta peep the game. Napash, you got something to bring up?
Romans 1:25. What we are you saying?
Romans 1. Oh yeah, definitely. Come on now, hold on. Romans 1:25. You already know what's happening.
Yep.
Real, because of what within that Romans 1:25, it mentions the word reprobate, and the word another word for the word reprobate is degenerate. So that goes along. Go ahead and bring it out.
All right. So okay, I know yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Wait. Okay, here you go. Romans chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God unto a lie, and worshipped and served the Creator. The Creator more than to the Creator. No, let me say it again.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out again.
Romans chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie.
Hold on, slow down right there. Puff, hold on to the Puff. Puff Daddy did. TD Jakes did. You doggone right they trained the truth of God to a lie, man. That boy TD Jakes the most influential Christian pastor you ever seen. Right. You know what I mean? Really, they changed. How you gonna change this? Something that all the prophets of the Bible, down to Yahweh, the king of our nation. They never worship on a Sunday, man. They day is the Sabbath day. They never ate no shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. You know what I'm saying? They never celebrated no Christmas. They never celebrated these holidays they speak about. You know what I mean? They only do it for the holy days. You know what I mean? How is that happen? And we praise these people, but we're really, we following the lie. Who did that? We know who did it now. Go ahead, keep on reading on the past.
And worshiped and served the creature more than the creator.
You's a damn fool. You doggone. You after you trying to see what the pot got to say instead of the potter. Right. You like free. You know how many people like that? The folks that's worried about the shiny things and everything on the earth. They more worried about what the pot look like instead of the person who created it. Right. You got to be crazy, man. Right. Keep on reading.
Who is blessed forever. Amen.
Right, and there's Romans 1:25. I'm telling you about how. Read the next verse if you could. Read the next verse if you could.
Verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto foul affections.
They gave them up to foul affections. Hold on, because what they bringing out in the Diddy trial this week, that's some foul stuff that's going on, man. There's some stuff that we can't even formulate in words on this classroom environment, man. We don't want to get flagged. You know what I mean? The Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gave them folks over to vile affections, man. Real. Keep on reading.
Oh yeah. For even their woman did change their natural youth unto that which is against nature. God, you know what? To their nature, you got Megan Stallion, you got all the you got Madonna's back in the 80s, you have Marilyn Monroe 60s. It just changed the whole manner of things because you watch these TV shows, you thinking like SpongeBob and all the other shows like Looney Tunes. You thinking that all right, it be foul because you thinking it's funny because adult you watching it with your kids, but your kids think it just be funny because they're just cute little cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the natural use of the effect of what it is, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. For you see what Diddy don't want no woman in a righteous way. Real, they like for real, like we was telling everybody high value man, they want a high value man just to go get shitted on. Right. That's it. Real. You gonna have a high value dump, baby. You might well stuck with that $40,000 bro. You might well stuck with bro with a $40,000 shot. You know what I'm saying? Right. You would have came out a lot more cleaner. You could have came out a lot more less defiled. You know what I'm saying? You could have came out a lot less of a cesspool of diseases and demons running rapid in your body and in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? But you fell for the hook, line, and sinker of a high value man. When a real high value man is in his book, man. Right. A real high value man is in his law. Right. Real, because it's not about how much money you make, because there's plenty of Negroes around here that ain't got no $1 billion. And these Negroes ain't going after no law now. Right. You feel me? That they're going after another law. You know, you dig? So you know, but I say that because everybody in Atlanta, we know everybody in Atlanta think they're a celebrity, first of all. Right. If you here in this city, you think you a celebrity, man. Right. And Atlanta kind of it's trickle on to other cities. And with social media, everybody think they're a little small celebrity now. So they gonna take heed and they gonna take lead to what the other people are doing. The Posh.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I want to say something about the high value man thing.
Mm-hmm.
Watching little two cartoons, you got the Sylvester the cat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, you see him down there. You see the other woman. You're gonna drop the value on him, like them anvils and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or Slocky, the anvils on Looney Tunes. Boom, gonna drop the value on him. Make him be like low value. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do everything to chase her all over the place, and somehow
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, Pepe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna drop that anvil. Boom, you drop the value. Then make him low value.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. You know what I mean, for real, because you gotta have everything. You gotta have everything. You gotta have everything balanced, man. Right. Real, you don't want to be you don't want to be chasing a star out here, man.
Right.
You're gonna be chasing forever, and the Lord has set these stars. I mean, I ain't gonna say the Lord. These stars up on the earth. You know what I mean? That's who we going after, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord got the real stars that we go after. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody more famous on the earth or ever walked the earth than the man they call Jesus Yahweh, real name Yahweh Shah, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Who more famous than that?
Right.
Who did it better than that? And if you got somebody, bring it out. You know what I mean? For real, like for real, that's our star. Right. And that's who we look at. You know what I mean? That's the king of our nation, man. Right. You know what I mean? And y'all lied on him. He is not that man y'all say he is. Right. Real, like for real, he's a very he's not inclusive like y'all say.
Right.
You know, for real, he like for real, y'all women are not his wife like y'all say. Like, you know what I mean? They say Jesus they husband and all that. Nah, it ain't none of that, man. Real, Jesus ain't playing no games, man. He going, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got time to play. He only was here for 33 years, and ain't no telling how long we gonna be here. We don't have time to play with it, man. Real, your life is, even if you live past 70 or whatever, it don't matter. Your life is just only a miss. You got to make it work for the right things while you here. Now you will get some things that you know say you do good to mankind and do good to your brothers and sisters, but at the end of the day, you want to run anything you got going on, anything that you're doing, anything you're looking up to, anything you're about to get into, you want to run that by the priests and the prophets of the Most High.
Right.
And they come through the channels of the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
And I want to end it with Matthew 16:24. Matthew 16:24, because we all know this scripture, but you know what I mean, for our influencers, for our rappers, for the top pastors, for all them. You know what I mean? We see them gain the world, we see them go up very high and get brought down very low, man. You know what I mean? And enough is enough. The buck stops here. You know what I mean? The righteousness start here. Right. That's what we gotta bring out. We gotta stop wanting to be so a part of the crowd. Want to be accepted by society. You know what I mean? When you be that, you gotta be okay being that black sheep. You gotta be okay with everybody not liking you. You gotta be okay with being with the Most High and everybody doggone being with something alternative than the Most High. Right. You gotta be okay with just being set apart. You hear me? You gotta be, if you're not okay with that, you got some examining to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because sin is only pleasurable for a season, man. Real. And then after that, judgment. Right. And that judgment, hopefully you make it through. Hopefully it won't be on that Erykah Badu to the next lifetime. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're able to doggone to get it right in this lifetime. Right. But we know it's so many of our brothers and sisters. Sure, some of them won't make it to 17, 18, 19 to 21, man. Real. So you know, we can't one thing we can't do, we can't promise that you're gonna make it to an old age. But while you are here, we need to get it right. That's right. And don't be fooled and bamboozled and hoodwinked by a season of a pleasure of sinning. And if you made it out of that season, you got to make sure you never go back to that. All right, go ahead and bring that out for me.
Come out of one comment, if I may.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 16:24. Then said Yahweh unto his disciples, if any man come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Right. Hold on. You gotta deny yourself, man. Who you was on whatever side you from, east side, west side, south side, whatever zone you from, zone 1 through 6, whatever. Like for real, we this going around worldwide, man. People, somebody may look at this 20 years later, man. For real, this is whatever cool size you will. We know how Israel kicking, man. We very territorial people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We very based on reputation type people. You know what I'm saying? And we want, a lot of times we build our reputation on something that don't got nothing to do with the Most High at all. You know what I'm saying? For real, but when you come into this truth, who you was, your street name, your alias, your hood name, whatever, your business name, your doggone freak off party name, whatever you got going on, you better deny that person. Deny that person. You know what I'm saying? And you come on back. Keep on reading.
Come out of one come. Verse 23.
Oh, verse 25.
I mean 25, Salaki.
Come.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Uh-huh.
For what is a man profited if
This
he
about to
shall
bring it on.
gain
This
the
about to
whole
bring it on
world?
home. Oh, this about to bring it on home now because this what the whole basis of this teaching is about right here. When you see this class, just know this is the theme of it. Go ahead.
Come out of one come. From the top. Verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
What is a prophet Puff Daddy? Puff Daddy been popping for, like I said, been popping for 30 years. 30 years influencing this, influencing that. That boy done hit a beat. I remember hip hop. Well, hip hop been popping for a long time, but like he one of the first people that hit $1 billion mark in the hip hop industry. Right. Did he? That boy worked the beat. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's safe to say that Diddy has gained the world. Anything that boy, he bisexual, all that type of stuff. He gay, everything, but he can still get with the finest of women. Whatever he want to do, he has gained the world. Right. He has gained the world. But you know what I mean? But we already know the cover's been pulled back. The jig is up.
Right.
You know what I mean? The chickens have come home to roost. Everything, you know what I mean? We everything, your whatever you had going in private has been coming out to the public now. And we see what you got going on. It's shameful that we don't even want to speak about it. Right. Don't nobody want to speak that, like, for real. You gotta if Diddy beat this thing, he come out with $1 billion, he gonna have some problems with it. Just a regular woman trying to sleep with her. Because we already know if any woman gets seen with her, we're gonna call you a little scabby. Right. You hear me? I was telling you, we see what's going on in this trial. That boy is tainted with his stuff. That boy has lost his soul. Go ahead.
It's like, I don't know if I make heavy point, because you know when Diddy come out after this, if he does walk away somewhat unscathed, he has to go into recluse. You know what I'm saying? It's like he can't be in no public eye anymore.
Exactly.
Everything, all the truths and everything that came out and everything like that. Yeah. You're gonna have to just like stay hidden somewhere.
Yeah, boy, you was a flamboyant alphabet gang.
Right.
You was a flaming alphabet boy.
Right.
You feel me? ABC one all the way to Z. Flaming. I don't care what nobody's. I don't care how bad your little chick is. I don't care what your influence is. We already know you gained the world and you lost your soul, man. Right. That boy done had Biggie been in stuff with Tupac and all that type of stuff. The stuff don't even matter no more. All the way to this era, he stayed popping. He stayed relevant. They get the little young chick, Young Miami. You know, Young Miami, they threw some makeup on her and threw some powder and some mascara on her. And now she got her looking like a cap ass dime. And when we really know Shada, she a ride away girl. We know how she really look like, but all right, cool. But anyway, she put up as one of them top girls. Like, Diddy had it all. But what I'm saying is, like, he done gained the world. for 30 years. Some of our people done died in between that time and looking up to this man and thinking they supposed to, you know what I mean, guide their life or examine their life according to what he got going. The TD Jakes also. Y'all go look it up. That boy in the paperwork. Yeah, he ain't stepped down for no reason. For real, man. Don't nobody step down and get a daughter the church. You know why that man give his daughter to the church? Because that man in freak off party, his daughter can do a better job. Cause this nigga was this Negro is got this is Chestnut TD Jakes too. And she was Chestnut D. Go ahead, bring it out.
Like I just gotta bring out what you just said. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Because they sit up here and think that we just using our words, but they don't understand that all we're doing is speaking, you know what I'm saying, scripture. So the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
I'm telling you, that's the precept. That's another precept. That's what the Bible do is gonna keep on reaffirming itself. You know what I'm saying? What profits you to be worth a B when you just don't got when you just gonna be chestnut shouting? You know what I'm saying? What profit is that? We gonna be looking at you like, boy, hey, boy, I don't even want to shake your hand. You can't even shake my hand. For real, we all giggling and laughing at you because the Most High got this whole thing set up from the beginning to the end. He know how to bring judgment. He know how to embarrass you. He know how to doggone uncover all your ways and bring you down to that level because you refuse to listen to the law, statute, commandments, and the prophets that he has set up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Don't. It's been many that's profit and gain of the world, and we're not even thinking about these people no more. These people are in a gutter. These people are low life individuals. You know what I'm saying? Well, that man has 40,000, 40 million, 20,000 a year, or 20 million a year. If that man or woman follow the law, statute, commandments, the Lord is in you know, through the true prophets of the Most High, the Lord is dealing with that individual.
Right.
And then he and she is talking tribe talk. Don't never let no man deceive. Don't let no other pastor, Christianity pastor, deceive you. When you talk about a tribe and they laugh and ha 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 ha. Now we laughing at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing funny about that. From Genesis to Revelations, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? And we can go on about this all day, man. But we gotta bring it on home, man. Real, what tribe where you come, your ethnicity, your culture, it means something. I'm Officer 500. Barack Allah representing the I.S.U.P.K. I'm gonna pass the class over to the Officer Gakawan.
That's good.
That was a super heavy and powerful class, Adawan. Super heavy and powerful class. Let's give Adawan another hand, man.
That's good.
This is the I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which that brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, which means a tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to you, give to the Treasury Department or a teacher. Priest fund, which is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Our upcoming holy convocations will be the Feast of First Fruits, which will be that should be coming up soon. That'll be June 8th. Feast of First Fruits. Make sure y'all make it there, man. It's gonna be a glorious occasion, man, that we have Feast of First Fruits, June 8th. We'll remind any Aquatium and Akium to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, headband, shirts, pants, and war scarf, all black. And with that being said, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers, to the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem, and with that being said, that means may the Lord bless you in the name of Christ. Yahamanna. We're gonna give the sisters online a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem, and that means may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahamanna, class dismissed.
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
City eyes.